Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to another episode of In the Drops, episode 50. Now,
yay, 50!
In this week's
we
episode, we were going to have Matt Smithson join us to talk about MyWhoosh. Now,
but his name was too difficult to pronounce, so we've told him to get lost.
But unfortunately, Matt can't join us. He's had a medical emergency. Don't worry, everything's okay. He's fine. But he isn't able to join us from the hospital, which is where he is. So we hope Matt gets better. We hope it's all well, and we will definitely catch up with him at some stage in the future. So, sorry, I've got a bit of a croaky voice there. But in this week's show, we're going to talk some Zwift stuff. We're going to catch up with Rob, who hasn't been with us for the last couple of weeks. He's going to talk about the Kilometers for Kiddos charity ride that he's going to be doing quite soon. We're going to have a look at the FRR charity ride that happened last weekend. We're also going to check out the new ZRL Summer Showdown series that's going to start in June, as well as the new the grade expansion routes that have just been announced. So now, also don't forget, we've got our live quiz at the end of the show. So if you stick around, you can join in live, go head to head with Rob and the other people that are watching the show and test your Zwift knowledge. So let's get into it. Now, unfortunately, Ryan can't join us this week, but that's okay. We're going to move on and check out the current news and events, as well as share some tips and strategies for new and expert riders alike. Rob, you were away last week. You're back this week. It's great to have you back. How have you been?
Oh, I've been great, thanks. Yeah, I had a nice wedding and loads of nice rides on Zwift. I've become like a bit of a solo breakaway specialist, really, because my sprint's not as good as it used to be. And people keep beating me in the sprint, and it's a bit boring anyway to sit and just wait for the sprint. I've been going for I have, but I think in virtually every race, go for it. Let's go from the first lap. Let's go. So Dave bitches in the chat. I did a breakaway with him to help him win his first race.
Mm-hmm.
I did a break. I think you were in my stream when we did the 900th. I think you were, weren't you? You were in Discord. Sorry.
Yep.
Do you remember when I did my 900th race on
the
hilly com reverse thing?
That's
and I went on the first lap.
Yep.
Stayed away. Like, how awesome am I, man?
That was,
come on.
That was sorry. I'm thinking through it, and I was actually wondering if I got the video here, and I do. So while we're talking, I'm going to bring that up, and we can check out the end of it. But yes, that was fantastic. Firstly, 900 races. Congratulations. Do you know how many of those you've won?
What's
the current ratio?
I keep meaning to count. It's about 30% that I win.
Yeah.
So I would guess it's somewhere between 200 and 300.
That's a fair effort, isn't it?
Guess. I did do it on a spreadsheet once for some reason, and then I lost the spreadsheet. So I'll do it again at some stage. But it's quite nice how Zwift Racing app keeps track of it, and it's usually about 30%. So I'll be.
I forgot to mention. So we just did touch on it. This is our 50th episode. So
it's
I
not
want to
often
say
an Englishman
congratulations.
Gets to 50 with.
This time. So
50, man.
Congratulations, buddy. Yeah,
just about.
It's I tell you, I've learned a lot doing 50 YouTube videos with you and with lots of other people, and it's been a roller coaster, hasn't it?
And we made it to the end, brother. We made it.
So,
Me and you,
yeah,
bodies strewn along the
Just-
way, but we made it.
just we're stuck in there belligerently, not giving up. I think that's why
Yeah.
we're pretty good at this whole riding thing, aren't we? Because you just got to keep going,
Yeah, that's the key. Just keep turning the pedals.
keep your head down.
And, learning more about audio. That's
Yeah, that's right. We're having a little. Well, we do most mornings, most shows. So we have a bit of a. I go through the production side of things, and we're doing the testing and the pre work stuff. And this morning, it's been pretty good over the last sort of couple of months. But this morning, Rob joined in, and there was just no audio. So that's why we started a few minutes late. We're sort of scratching around trying to figure out what we could do about it. But
who
Rob
would have thought that clearing the cache? Who would have thought that clearing the cache was the issue?
would do it.
By browsing cache. That was
Yeah.
it, wasn't
And in Australia, it's called cache, I think. Is it called cache?
it?
I call it cache.
Okay, I'll call it cache. If you're the expert, I'll call it cache as well. Yeah, I mean, there's some precious stuff in my browsing history as well that I've got rid of. I think
You've had to clear?
there's some. Yeah. There's some absolute crackers in there that I've cleared out. I think, but never
Well, it's
mind.
probably not a bad thing, is it?
It's pretty big, man.
Don't they say, whatever happens to me, go and clear my browser history first? Or is that just me?
Yeah.
It could just be me.
Yeah, did you hear my joke about being an Englishman making it to 50 against an Australian?
No, what was the joke?
So I just said, well, it's that pretty much it. There's not many Englishmen who make it to half a century with an Australian at the other end. So,
Well,
cricket joke.
yeah, that's a cricket joke for those that don't know cricket. So, so I did bring up your vid. Where are we?
Did
There we
you?
are. Yep.
900, man.
Look at that.
And I did. I was doing it to try and. Help my teammates, because there was loads of my teammates in, and I thought, well, the best way to help them is if I go off the front like a pillock, and then it'll make everyone else chase for the second, maybe through the second lap, and then. Is this me telling you to shut up? It's me accidentally telling
I think you're
someone else to shut up.
Yeah,
who
I think
thought was
yeah.
you.
Well, it would
So I
never
thought
be,
it
you
was
would
you
never
that
tell
was
me to
that
shut
shit.
up. No, you wouldn't tell me to shut up ever.
Yeah, so a couple of landmarks there, yeah. And this guy, Edwards, just starts hunting me down, and the lead's just dropping and dropping. And he gets it down to about 4 seconds, I think, on the descent. And I was like, oh no, it's all going to be in vain. You see him just... And he got promoted to A, and I didn't. So I won, and he got promoted.
Well, but that's what you want, isn't it? That's the perfect outcome.
Yeah, get rid of him.
Yeah,
Won't face him again. Won't be chasing
that's
me
it.
down anytime soon.
You win. He gets bumped up.
Yeah, ideal. Oh, there's you encouraging me to go on. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
We're all cracking away there.
I was pretty tired at this stage. Didn't even get the super took.
Yeah, I think at the end you're starting to sound like me. Just the sort of as I've been known to be called,
Well-
the dying dolphin.
Yeah, you didn't manage quite as far as me off the front, though. Did
No, I've never managed to start the front ever. But I do complain a lot.
you? Well, yeah. So that was fun.
I was going to say, for those that are in the stream, if you got any subjects or discussion points you want to raise or talk about, today is the day to do it.
We've got plenty of time.
I'm going to be honest, we had a whole bunch of stuff lined up for Matt. And
I think we had the most questions we've ever had.
It was
for our interview.
it was going to be a fantastic episode, a really a deep dive into to MyWhoosh and UCI and the world champs and all these things, which we will do, just not today. So, but yeah. So if anyone does have any questions or anything they want to talk about, please, that'd be awesome.
Do you know? I think. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I think everyone's kind of opening up. I think this Zwift price rise has set the cat amongst the pigeons in the in the e-cycling world. I think MyWhoosh, they seen the opportunity, and it's nice to have a kaboom in the middle of my sentence. So MyWhoosh have seen the opportunity, and I think Zwift are responding to the challenge as well. I think they're opening up a lot more, getting in touch with a lot of people, and reaching out. I think so.
Yeah, one of the things that when I was sort of chatting with Matt this week and just going back over some of the interviews he'd given and some of the podcasts he'd been on, one of the things that sort of struck me was that MyWhoosh had done a real 180 in terms of their communication and getting back to people and taking on suggestions and comments and all these sorts of things. So yeah, as you say, maybe Zwift, that's what hopefully they'll be doing. And making that whole process a bit more transparent. So it'd be good to see that. Now we can kind of see some of that starting to occur with the Zwift Club. Now, have you seen this?
I haven't. No.
Okay.
Tell me all about Zwift Club, Nathan.
I will tell you all about Zwift Club. Sit in.
I'll strap in.
So, there's Zwift Club. It's a Zwift Club called Zwift Labs. Now, there we go there. What it is...
For a moment, going that far.
Oh, I've got your video still playing there. There we go. Let's get rid of him. The Zwift Club's Labs have been announced, where they're going to be testing new features and event modes. And they say it's going to be a way that they're going to be able to discuss feedback and ideas from other members of the club and share some insight into what's going on, which is going to be awesome. And I think it's well overdue to have a forum that people can go into and discuss various things. Now, I don't know whether the Zwift Club feature is the best for this, and if anyone's been in a Zwift Club that's been heavily trafficked and commented on, your phone is just continually blowing up with alerts and notifications. So maybe this will be a good thing. I think it's a great start. I think it's overdue as well. They do have a series that is coming up. Actually, they've announced this. This may or may not be in the quiz later on today. The Mountain Mullets is the first series they've got coming up. So it's the one lap of the volcano. It's a 23.3 kilometer, 203 meter climb. So that's coming up in this weekend. It's actually already started. Where have I been? So from the 23rd to the 25th. And then after that, they're going to go more into the bot side of thing. Now, this was an aspect of our discussion. I was going to be with Matt today, talking about bots and the use of bots within riding and racing. In this case, it's going to be the bots start out. They've got a 14-minute head start, and then everyone else is going to have to try and work together to try and catch them. So that's an interesting take on the use of bots in a race or in a ride.
Do you think they'll just be the standard bots?
They don't make any mention of a particular bot or at what pace or power the bot will be going.
Yeah, there won't be like sort of AI type bots or sort of, that respond to what's going on.
Yeah, that adjust and I think they're going to be sort of static and they'll set out and they'll stick at whatever pace they would normally ride at. So again, whether it's going to be a 14-minute start before the bots and start 40 minutes before the bots, look, it's a big gap. So whether they're going to be, reprogrammed to try and shut that gap down, who knows? But it's an interesting take. But more so, it's interesting that they're sort of actively using bots more in terms of the events and not just as a pacing partner for people to get around a route on.
Yeah.
What do you think of the use of bots? I mean, what does everyone else feel about bots being in the events or bots being used in races? Is that something that everyone thinks is a good idea, not a good idea?
Well, I mean, just whilst we're waiting for the chat to respond, I think bots are the future, really. I think for filling up races, just being able to choose a panel of bots, and do you want to be able to, choose whether you win or whether you lose almost? I think it's the future, man.
One of the things that, and I don't want to keep going back to MyWhoosh, but I've got all these comments and thoughts in my head. They've developed that aspect a bit further in terms of you can actually program the bots. So in some of their events, they've got programmable bots where you can specify particular characteristics of the bots and then go ahead and ride with them. So you may be setting a pacing bot at a particular speed or pace, and then you can draft behind them. You can also set the bots to react in ways that are much more similar to a racing environment. So if you are looking for a particular kind of racing training, the bots could be a way of achieving that. And we're seeing that kind of thing happening in Zwift, but not in terms of actual races. Simon's saying he doesn't see the point of bots. That's interesting.
Simon particularly likes crushing the human spirit. So unless he's also crushed someone, he doesn't think that winning.
If there's not a broken body on the side of the road, he's not interested.
Yeah, that's right.
Gotcha. Well, no, there's a lot to be said
I
for
can
that.
sort of see the point.
Yeah,
I can sort of see the point, but in a way, I've said it before. I wouldn't mind if I found out that everyone I've beaten was a bot. It wouldn't make. I still went as fast and I still improved as much, and I don't see how it matters that someone else has to lose for you to win.
Yeah, it's oh look, it's I think it's good because we've talked about the social aspect of Zwift. And that interaction as well. And I think it's fine having bots there for a particular reason to do a particular task is great. But I think you might be foregoing some of the more social aspects of Zwift for that. So whether we can get the mix right, I guess that's what we'll have to see.
But do you really though? Do you mix with your? I very rarely talk to people in races nowadays.
Oh, I'm not saying
very, very rarely.
I'm not saying they're sharing
it's the community
recipes
around it, not the community inside a race, is it?
No, yeah, well, that's right. And so if you've got mostly bots participating in the race, they aren't the ones that you're going to message or comment or go and check out what rides they've been doing, are you? It's going to be pretty quiet.
Yeah. And I suppose, I do like digging into the history of my opponents, like checking out when they've changed the weight and stuff. And robots wouldn't ever change their weight anyway, so I couldn't accuse them of cheating.
All right, so there we go. Yeah, I was just pinning a message to the chat to let everyone know that unfortunately Matt couldn't join us in this episode. So Robert's saying bots are great if there are a few riders in a race. Yeah, look, you're right. And we've talked about how dominant Zwift is in terms of the number of people, the number of active subscribers that are on Zwift at any one time in comparison to other platforms. But realistically, if you go through a lot of the events in Zwift Power, for example, a lot of them are pretty sparse, aren't they? They're not, they haven't got hundreds of riders in each event. They're pretty quiet.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, especially if you're not in the prime times. Yeah. They're really quiet, especially in A. I would quite occasionally like to fancy, do a race in A, and in the morning ones there's just no one there, and the late night ones as well. There's just no one there. So having bots then in that case, and if they're programmed to respond and react like other A grade riders, then that could make that whole process a bit more tangible, couldn't it? Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yep.
Because and at the lower end as well, having a newcomer, there's not many. Everyone said it'd be great if we had a couple of lower E and F grades that people could join a lot sooner into their cycling journey. Yeah. And bots could do that, couldn't they?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So you might feel more inclined to join events where you feel like you've got a bit more of a chance of being competitive. If there's, if the bots are sort of set to a reasonable pace within D and not full of maybe, potentially C grade riders who smash the front and you think, well, what's the point of that then? I'm not going to worry about doing more races in that space. Now, I did want to bring up, and I'm just getting to this now, is the FRR charity ride that happened on the weekend. And so the goal there was to get as many people riding up Ven Top in a 24-hour period as possible. Now that happened, and as I promised, I was going to try and do 3 laps of that. I did do 2 laps. Didn't quite do the 3 laps. So if anyone else had done this, let us know. And if so, how many laps did you get around to doing? And just while I'm talking here, I'm trying to bring up the report.
It's no mean
For the
feat,
ride.
that though. 2.
Look, I tell
Bloody
you what,
long way.
and it took a long time.
Yeah, it's a bloody big hill
Yeah. It's well, you know, you've been there, haven't you?
in real life. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. How long did it take you to ride up?
I don't know. I didn't notice when it started.
Yeah.
So, you know, because you're just sort of going along stuff. I went through the village, Bedouin, I think, or town, I don't know. And then it sort of starts to go up and up. And I'd already been cycling ages. And I think I saw there was like a garage which seemed to say the start of it. I was like, well, that's a bit weird. I thought it'd be on the road, you know, here is the start of the climb. But it never said. So, you know, and it obviously just gets steeper and steeper. You're like, oh, this must be it. But I'd already
Yeah.
started, so I didn't bother timing. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't go fast.
Well, I'm just going to bring up this is the last part. Yeah, there we go. Why not? And there we go there. So I'm just hoofing it up there. And I'm at 4 hours and 21 minutes. It took me 5 hours. And if I could have done another lap, I would have. But it was going to be another 2.5 hours to do that, and I was just sort of running out of time. But it's yeah, you're right. It's a long way up, and as lots of people said, you know, they much prefer to do Alp to Zwift. I think just because of scenery and the turns, and but certainly it was a great event. Now I had a couple of people who joined in the stream and were very generous, and they got along and checked out the donation page and threw a few bucks towards this, which was fantastic. And I'm still trying to bring up the report because there were a whole bunch of people that did. What was that report on? What's that?
You swearing about the radio tower?
Me? I would never swear.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I would absolutely never do that. The audio's not too loud there, is it? I think it might have been Hutto trying to convince me to do another lap.
Oh, you're not going very fast though, actually, are you?
No, I'm just by this time I'm grinding. Yeah, just grinding away.
Oh, is this the second lap?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, the first lap was better. I was probably averaging close to 200 watts for most of it, and then yeah, the second lap I was like, oh man, it's just cranking away.
I tell you what, the good thing about the real life thing is you can actually see the top from quite a long way away.
You can.
So, yeah, it's. I do like this bit where you're approaching the top and it gets like a moonscape.
Yeah.
So that was pretty weird.
Yeah,
And this does look reasonably realistic.
Yeah, look, it's not too bad. I do like the dust sort of blowing off the top there. And I still cannot find the race report. If anyone's got a link to the the ride report, because I do want to come back and I do want to sort of comment on a few people that did double Everests, the 10,000 kilometers, 10,000 meters of climbing, and really spent the entire full 24 hours just cycling up Ven Top. I mean, I only spent 5 hours doing
Bloody
it,
hell.
and I was pretty stuffed by the end of it. But doing, 24 hours of it is a big ask. I will put a link to Flame Rouge Racing in the description of this video below. Go and check them out. They've also got a Discord channel there as well. Go say hi to Rich. He puts on fantastic events and series. I recently did the FRR. Was it the World Tour? The 23 stage over 21 stage.
Quadra, was it?
Oh, yeah, quadra. Yes, thank you. That word. And it was like 21 stages over 23 days, so that was pretty brutal. But if you haven't done an FRR series, I highly recommend doing it. It does sound like a lot of effort and a big commitment, but it is so worth it. And my level went from down here to up here in 23 days, and it was triquetra. Thank you, Sai. Welcome, Sai, to the channel too. Unfortunately,
all your co-hosts just correct your pronunciations all the time.
I'm so bad at it. I'm just so bad. Hey, Jess.
Oh, it's so cruel. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I am. I really am. Like, because I just do so much reading, so I don't really get a chance to get the proper pronunciation of the words in my head, and it's just going like I'll say things like there's a particular oregano instead of oregano, or do you say oregano or oregano?
We say oregano, but I think that's a UK thing.
Turmeric. Yeah.
I did a video series on it was like a technical video series, and it was on APIs. It was like how to use APIs, and I'd only read about them online, so I kept saying appies. I just assumed everyone called them appies, so I was like, oh yeah, the appy does this and the appy does that.
Appy?
No one does that. Everyone calls them APIs, don't they, for some reason?
Yeah. Yeah,
I didn't know because I just read it.
Yeah, that's it. You read these things and you go, well, I'm just going to assume that's what you call it, but you don't. Dave, Niall Batty, who's in the stream there, wanted to talk about the safety bike and how it's secretly quick. Isn't it the fastest bike in Zwift? I think we had a quiz question on this ages ago.
Yeah, we should. I tell you what, for the 50th episode, we should ask people for their favourite moments. There we go. That gives something to talk about.
Yeah, for sure. And what was it? Dave. So Dave is talking about the glow on my camera on the video that we can see on the screen there.
Oh yeah.
And that's a particular OBS plugin you can get called Glow Outline something, and you can basically I just got a colourful GIF that it points to, and it just does that. So you can make it a solid colour. I just make it glow.
Oh yeah. I thought it was your aura. Fancy. I thought I had a magical gift to be able to see your aura.
Well, what I did try. How great would that be, by the way? But what I did try to do though, and I've got to talk to Doom Guy. If anyone knows Doom Guy, he's got a great YouTube channel where his persona is the Doom character out of the first-person shooter game, and he's awesome at tech and APIs and all those sorts of things. I wanted to talk to him about changing that glow so that it changed colors based on the effort you're putting in.
Oh yeah.
So if you're sprinting and you're in the red, it just goes red. So, yeah. Yeah, so that was it. So, yeah, sorry.
That for you.
Yeah.
I'm sure he could do that for you.
We'll just whip it up. Yeah, so if anyone does have anything that, if they remember all the previous episodes, I've never gone back and watched the very first pilot one because that was atrociously horrible.
Was it?
I can't
remember.
I remember staying up until about 3 a.m. trying to record the intro for that, and it was just atrocious. You can't expect.
Was that with Roy, or did we not have a guest?
Yeah, Roy. That was Roy with our first guest. Yeah, Patrick says you can't expect an Australian to speak English. Thank you, Patrick. Where's that timeout button? But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it seems cruel, but I think my favourite moment was when you pronounced the Glasgow Cricket Circuit. That was just such a good laugh.
How do I pronounce that? I forgot.
I'm not going to say. You know what you said.
Did I miss out a certain...
You know what you said.
Did I miss out a certain letter? Did I miss out the letter R?
You changed the R. What, yeah,
I
you did the R to it.
I omitted the word R, the letter R. So if anyone can figure out what I said, and if
there's been
anyone's
so many great moments.
if anyone's had an experience with that, let me know. Yeah, no, 50 episodes, man. I think
It was just on the tip of your tongue as well, wasn't it? It was like that was a problem.
oh, we're treading a fine line here, aren't we? Now, let's try and rein it back in again. ZRL Summer Showdown. Yeah, let's. Have you had a look at that?
Yeah, I actually put a file in the Google Drive, and I sent it to you on Discord just in case.
Did you?
If any of that's any use. Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a look.
I called it Summer Showdown. If that's is that what it's actually called? I was just guessing at that day.
Yeah, I think it's Summer
Thought it
Showdown.
was. So it starts. It's a 4-event WTRL organised series, and it looks bloody great, to be honest with you. Apart from they've got a stupid team time trial in it.
Yeah.
Why do we have to have bloody team time trials and everything? Just because they've got the fancy, starting thing.
Yep.
Like, you've got team time trials every week. Okay, look, I'm going to be positive about this. I'm going to be nice about WTRL because it is otherwise a great series.
Yeah.
So you get the team time trial out of the way. All the sandbaggers will, win that.
Yep.
And then it's on turf and surf. So, yeah, it's a pretty good route, but, it's a team time trial. Then, points race, Libby Hill after party. That's always a good one for punchers and sprinters. So you do, I don't know if you know the route, I think you do fan flats 5 times. So there'll be probably 10 sprints in that. And then you go down to the, down the bit. I can't remember what it is.
Down the bit.
The bit that you go down. And then out to Libby Hill and boom, just up Libby Hill. And you're done. So that'll be, fun points race. You'll have scratch, and so the climbers will have something to go for. I mean, it's a bit too punchy to be a climber route, but yeah. And then there's a new route. Ooh,
Yes. Well, I've got a
scratch race. So
I've got a theory on this,
idea.
and before we keep going, we did actually plan on doing a much more of a deeper dive into this ZRL Summer Showdown series, which only goes for 1 month. There's only the 4 races that we can see there. We're going to do a deeper dive into this next week, but with Matt not able to join us, we're going to check it out in a bit more detail today. And Vita asks, "What is this?" So, what would you classify the Summer Showdown as, Rob?
I would say it's a shortened ZRL series, really, but with new exciting points. Classifications, no longer the ridiculous point system, shall it be called. This is the brilliant point system, possibly the most brilliant point system I've ever seen in any series ever.
Yeah.
So everyone else is going to have to up their game, I think, and match WTRL's brilliance.
And should I also point out that I believe that this may be their attempt to try and introduce and test different strategies and different modes of this racing whilst it's summer over in Europe, and the stress isn't there with thousands of people trying to all get into races and do all these things. So hats off to WTRL for doing this. I think it's a great idea, and hopefully they'll be able to get a lot of benefit out of it. And then when we come to the actual ZRL racing season, things are going to go like clockwork. Although, who said it? I just saw that before. Robert says TTT with only 4 riders. You are correct, Rob. There is the minimum riders that you've got to have in any team in this showdown series is 4. The maximum you can have in any team is 10. So it was more in the regular ZRL series. In this cut down, shortened version, there's only 4. And in the TTT, you've got to have a minimum of 3 riders getting over the line. It's the fastest time of the 3rd rider that gets recorded. So just so you know that. So the point
probably be on the grade or so.
I don't know
what the score.
Yep.
No, sorry, you've probably got a better guess than me. I was going to say it might be on the grade, the last race, but there is a climb on the last. You've got the Innsbruck KOM on the final race, so it would be an unusual departure from their recent form to have two big climbs in a series.
Well,
Seems though we've had none.
Yeah, but they did say it's going to be one of the new routes, and realistically, these are the new routes. So this is the grade expansion. Now, I don't know if you've had a chance to look through these, but they've actually...
No.
Nathan, what are you doing? That's not what I want. I want that one. Yep. And again, for those that are going to hang around for the quiz, you may or may not want to pay attention here because some of this information may pop up in one of the questions. So they've identified 5 of the routes. So Oh Hill No was the one they were sort of teasing about initially in the grade expansion notification that came out a week or so ago. And this is that FTP test route as such. So it's got a distance of 7.8 kilometers and 306 meters of climbing. As you can see there, just goes straight and then it goes up. Then we've got some of the longer climbs, Glyph Heights. There we go, 25 kilometers and 530 meters of climbing. Elevation Evaluation, again, similar, 395 meters of climbing. And then Peak Performance,
Is that going up part of... What's that going up? Is that a new route, or is that...
I think you go up...
It's going up the Alp to Zwift, isn't it? Oh, no.
No, the Epic Com.
Epic, yeah.
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 Oh, Eric's just joined us, Meme Lord. Hey, guys, how you going?
Yo.
10 riders in a team, but only 4 riders per race. That's right, Robert. Yeah, so I think it's going to be... Look, it could be another route that we don't know about that, might be flatter. But as you say, they've got the Innsbruck After Party route as the 4th race. We're just talking about the ZRL Showdown Summer Series that's about to launch in June, guys, for those who have just joined us. And, so it would be a bit of a departure from previous events where it's a lot of flat and punchy sort of rides, but it might be that they're going to go with one of these as well. So you've got the Park Peak Performance. That's 725 meters of climbing, so that's a big effort. And then you've also got the Coastal Crown Loop. Now, if I would put money on it, I would suggest that maybe the Coastal Crown Loop could be the one that they go with.
Yeah, looks more, maybe having four laps or something.
Yeah.
Or no, 3 laps, I suppose, would be maximum.
Yeah,
2 or 3, yeah.
Eric from Don't Get Dropped Cycling says he loves that Oh Hill No. He's going to play with that one in the video description of his videos. If you haven't seen Eric's videos, get along to Don't Get Dropped Cycling on YouTube. He puts out some fantastic both Zwift racing videos, but also he's been doing a lot of outdoor riding as well. So go and have a look at his videos. They're pretty great. Yeah, so it's good. I'm liking the look of some of those climbs.
Yeah, but the main thing that's interesting to me is the new point system. So if you go back to my file...
Yep. Let me just do a transition here.
Oh, nice. So on the next page, or maybe the one after...
You only had the one page. Oh, there we go. No, you did have more pages. Now, that's going to be hard to read, so let's just do that.
Yeah, so I'll kind of read it out, though. So, so the main thing is massive switch away from FTS being the dominant.
I think this is good.
Points. Yeah, I think it's brilliant. So now FAL will now get you 20 points, down to 20 positions as well. So that's good. I suppose if I was being picky, I would have gone even further. I would have gone down to 40. But yeah, I think more points, more people will stand a chance of getting in the points. I think that's excellent. And then the FTS is going down in points, so it's only 10 down to, what is it? 8 points for second place, 6 points for third.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only the 5 fastest, top 5. Ooh, blimey. So there's not many points for fastest through at all.
No.
Which is great. So that really makes going for a breakaway, really pay dividends, and it'll be the races should be tactical because
Yeah.
you can send people up the road to try and steal the FAL and stuff like that, and then do you chase? It's worth chasing, isn't it? It's worth chasing to stop people getting it.
Do you see this encouraging more, as you say, tactics, but like really organized team tactics?
Yeah. I mean, get a couple of you and another person, even if they're on different teams, up the road, working together maybe, other teams then forced to chase. It should make the racing much, much better because a lot of them are just drivel. The points races are just, sit in, go for the FTS, sit in, go for the FTS, but it was the point system forcing you to do it really, wasn't it? Whereas this should be the opposite. This should really encourage more, more fun racing and, not so sprintery either.
And strategic.
It's far too...
Yeah, that's it. Like there's so many people that were just setting themselves up to do the efforts for those segments and then they just back it off. And half the other field, because they'd get dropped so early in the race, they go, well, I'm just going to hang back here now and we'll just finish the race off for some, for some finishing points, and that's it.
Yeah.
I think this is really going to change that, and I think it's a great idea too. So, and of course, they haven't mentioned. I'm just reading through the finishing points. So the first place. Sorry, Rob.
Yeah, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, the first place will receive rider points equivalent to the total number of riders who start the race.
Yeah.
So does that mean
that's good as well?
Do you think that, so if you've got 50 riders in the race, does first get 50 points?
Yes, but there is a bonus podium, so you get 55.
Yeah.
So the podium places get a little bonus as well.
Yeah. And again, I think that's good too, because you don't have a race where you might have only, especially in the lower categories and especially in, time zones like Australia where there just aren't a lot of riders who are participating in this. You don't have that complete blowout where you've got maybe a handful of riders getting FTS and foul, and then they're picking up, a huge, set of finishing points. I think this is more in line with being a bit more dynamic.
Yeah, and with 4 people, it should be even more interesting.
Yeah.
Because the size of a breakaway will be against a smaller pack and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it should be really fun. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to do it. I've been asked not to because I vary my watts too much.
Oh, so you've not got a jersey for this one.
No, I'm not allowed.
Yeah. Meme Lord says FTS never made sense to him. Gives more options for sure, but also distracts from the front of the race. Yeah, it does. It's a tricky thing. I mean, I know that in Australia, we in one of the teams I was in the C1 team, we had a couple of really strong sprinters, and they could just absolutely crush the front, especially if it's a multi-lap route. And before you know it, they've sort of collected maybe 100 points, which was great for us. But the other riders were just so, they just couldn't keep up with the sprints. And they'd sort of won the event halfway through the race.
Yeah, I think Lockie won his ZRL race on Glasgow Crit Circuit he smashed the first sprint, got dropped on the second sprint, but then got FTS it maybe a couple of times on the what he was on his own. He got dropped and he won.
Yeah,
because he got the most points.
And that was the thing. We would have the same thing. We would have our guys sort of finishing halfway in the pack, but because they'd gotten the most points, we were always at the front. So Eric says, why can't we just have a GC with a sprint jersey and a polka dot, something for all? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. And look, I think as much as we've given WTRL and the ZRL series a bit of grief over episodes, I think this is probably a good step. A little bit.
just a little bit.
I think this is a good step in the right direction. Having this summer series, it's kind of like what they do here in Australia with AFL football. So we've got a night series that leads up into the proper home and away. So this kind of like a warm-up pre-season sort of competition. all the clubs are involved. They all play one game each, and it's not taken too
Maximum
seriously.
5 men in any fight.
Yeah.
Of any of the fights that the have,
That's
there's only
right.
like 5 involved, or so.
And but what the AFL do is they test all these different kinds of rule changes and game strategies and see what works and see what doesn't. And I think this is good. I mean, WTRL doing this, I think is going to be good.
Yeah.
A test series, yeah. No, you're right. It's a test series, and hopefully they'll take away from it what works and what doesn't, and then incorporate the good bits into the proper series, and just improve upon it. But Eric says almost 420 at Michael Harron, so not quite yet.
What was that? Mike Harron?
Oh, yeah, I was reading through one of the comments there from Eric. Yeah. Oh, so speaking of, not speaking of, I'm just going to do a segue. Hang on. So where's my segue? There we go.
You've really upped your transition game, haven't you?
I've had these transitions sitting there for ages,
Yeah.
and I just forget to use them because I get so caught up in what we're talking about and the discussions, but also making sure that I've got the right screen sort of getting teed up, that I forget to use them, and I really do want to use them more.
Well, you're a proper pro now. It's getting second nature. Boom.
This weekend though, you have got an event coming up, and we spoke about it last show. But
Yes.
I've got that interview you did with Elon.
General Elost.
General Elos, thank you. I'll bring that up now, and we'll quickly talk about that.
Could you turn the volume off for me though? Because
No, I cannot.
you did hear it last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
We can just have it playing in the background while I
okay,
speak.
I can do that.
So yeah, tomorrow at 10 a.m. BST, which I think is 9 a.m. What's the Universal Standard Time? The US what is it?
UTC?
Universal Time. UTC, that's it, yeah. I am gonna be streaming on Twitch. So it's just Zwifty_Zwifter, I think, on Twitch. But I've put my username somewhere. And I'm gonna try and go up the Alp in 3 hours, which might not sound much of a challenge, but people are gonna pay money to make me U-turn down the hill. So I might never get there.
Hang on, so
I'm just going to be going up and down.
just re-explain that to me, because I wasn't too sure that I understood it correctly.
Okay, yeah.
So
it's,
what are people paying to do? They're going to pay to
turn me round. So I'm going to be cycling up quite slowly, and then if you pay $10, I have to do a U-turn and go back down for 10 or 20 seconds, and obviously you go down quite fast.
Right. Okay.
And I hope to raise a lot of money, so people. But also other fun things as well that I've thought of. One is I'll play air guitar to your favourite song if you wish, but that's $20, I think. What else? I'll use a heavy bike, like you maybe use the I don't know, the cruiser or the other heavy one. I can't remember what it's called. Buffalo bike.
Yeah.
For $1 a minute and stuff like that. And but my favourite one is you can make me invincible for $20, and that means that no one can turn me around for 10 minutes. So I want everyone to do that one.
So if I jump into the stream and I just want to cause you a whole bunch of effort and heartache, I'm going to pay $10 to send you down.
Yeah.
To continue, and then you have to. Do you go down a certain amount? Like one.
I think the standard
hairpin?
that I've seen other people doing is 10 seconds. You
10 seconds down, and then you got to turn around and then go back up.
Start back up again.
Right.
But that wasn't the one that I want you to do. The one I want you to do is $20 to make me invincible from U-turns.
Yeah. No. No, I'm sending you down.
It's all
I think
good cause.
I think that's the big thing. And if people didn't quite hear what the charity was for, can you fill us in?
Yeah, it's St Jude Children's Research Hospital, Children's Research Hospital. So they treat and research children's cancers. I mean, isn't that just a horrible phrase to
Yeah.
use?
Yeah.
It's something which just shouldn't exist. Children's cancers, and yeah, it's just heartrending the work they do. They never charge anyone a bill. They put people up for months if they need to.
Yep.
Give them food if they need to. It's just, and the kids all go around in trolleys, and the nurses and doctors are all like super dedicated and holistic care and all this sort of thing. There's obviously some heartbreaking stories, but they have an excellent sort of cure or survival rate, shall we say.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's an awesome charity. I'll be playing some of their stories on my stream tomorrow to try and tug at the heartstrings to get your wallets out.
Get people to dig deep, yeah?
Yeah.
Now,
and tonight there's a live chase race. I can't remember what time it is. if anyone's in it, Simon might know what time there's a live chase race, and they're doing it at Primal HQ. So Primal, the cycle clothing manufacturer. They're doing like Jonathan Huber's going to be there, and
okay.
And like Zach Nair's in the race, and Paul Young is going to be in the A category. So we're going to have two kaboomas in the real thing, and it is going to be at it's in nearly just under 3 hours time. Yeah, so
Yep.
It'll be midnight at 11:45 in UK time anyway.
Okay, and so when's this? Is this tonight?
Yeah, tonight. Yeah, it's going to be a live race.
Oh, awesome.
Live chase race with loads of awesome riders.
Yeah. Well, we'll get a link to that. Do you have a link to that event? You can get one.
Yes, I mean if you just go on Twitch, and in the Zwift section, it'll be K4K in there. So
yeah,
that's the best way to view it.
Yeah.
Just go. Yeah, and if you just go to the Zwift section of K4K, of Twitch, you'll see it.
Actually, I know where we can find that.
And Ben was one of my first donators, so thank you, Ben.
Yeah. No, that's it's awesome. And as you mentioned, they take kids from all around the world, and they don't charge for any of the support and the healing and the help they give.
Not a penny. No one ever gets a bill, and their mission is that no child should die in the dawn of life.
Yes. Yep. And I'm just bringing up the Kilometers for Kiddos website. Oh, where's my screen going? Here it is. All right, and if we scroll down, it's been underway for a little while now. It's 128 hours in total of streaming. And if we go to day 6, I believe, there's Rob there. So it's easy to get to kilometersforkiddos.org. I'll put a link in the description below. Scroll down to that page and you can see his donate button and the watch here. Now, if I tap on the watch here, it's going to ask me to sign into to Twitch, but I can't do that because I can't remember my password. But you can definitely go and find it there. And as I will be doing, I will be sending Rob up and down Alp to Zwift as much as possible.
No. You can make me invincible. Anyway, just a reminder. Someone's asked. Dave's asked? It's at 10 a.m. UK time, 9 a.m. UTC. So in 13 hours from now.
All right. Hey, we're kicking along surprisingly, given that we really didn't. We didn't have a lot to talk about other than MyWhoosh. I'm just going through my.
It's a good job they're not here. Actually, we'd only just be bringing them on, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Poor guy. And look, and to be fair, and to Matt's credit, it was going to be at 11 p.m. his time in Abu Dhabi, so he was a bit concerned about being able to stay awake long enough. So It was wonderful of him to agree to join us. And look, it was interesting because from our last episode where Ryan and I kind of looked at both our first impressions of MyWhoosh and Indevelo, and then we jumped into the MyWhoosh Facebook group, and we posted a link to the episode there. And to be fair, it got a few comments. Josh Harris as well. We've had Josh on the show in the past. He made a couple of comments that maybe perhaps we didn't cover MyWhoosh in a way that their fans would have hoped we could have. And I think every fan of any platforms like that, they're always going to hold their own platform in a higher regard. And so if someone turns around and says something that isn't as positive as they would maybe like it to be, there's going to be some conversations. And that's what we had. So that led to me asking the question, well, who is the best person to talk to about MyWhoosh? Let's get them on the show. And that's how I came across Matt. And I know that Sai has spoken about Matt in the past. Matt reached out to me, and we're going to organise for him to come on the show. And as I mentioned earlier on, unfortunately, he's had to go to hospital. Nothing serious, as I understand it. Everything's good, but he couldn't make the show. So we will definitely schedule him. Yeah, we'll definitely schedule him to come on the show later on. Now, I did have. I don't know, Rob. Is there anything else you've got on your list there? We might have to. Actually, this might be the first time we've actually come close to an hour for a show.
Yeah. No, nothing else I want to talk about.
No.
Oh, did no one had any favourite moments? Nobody could think of a single good thing that we've done over 50 shows.
50 shows. 50
Eric,
live.
Half of the people in the chat have been our guests.
Yeah.
Like, not even their own shows.
Hang on, what does Kev say? I saw Paul Young at 80 Rewind a few years ago. Absolutely shocking. Hope he's a better cyclist these days. Oh, okay.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah.
He's talking about Paul Young, the singer, I think.
I think so. Oh, there we go. Simon Jenkins says Simon Jenkins winning the quiz was a top moment.
Yeah, that was long overdue.
I wonder if Simon's got a printout of that and he's got it framed on his wall.
Yeah.
Ginger Warrior asks, don't you normally start at 9 UK? Yeah, normally that's typically the time, mate. But we're going to have Matt Smithson on from MyWhoosh, and he's based in Abu Dhabi. And so the old time zone conflict came into play. We had to drop it back an hour UK time to get so that Matt wasn't hanging around at 1 a.m. for us. So that's the reason why we're a little bit early. Yeah. Oh, Simon says it's on his CV. There we go.
Yeah. Like Cy Bradley's got the Guinness World Book of Records.
Yeah.
Simon Jenkins has got
Just up behind him.
The quiz.
I was trying to look for a photo, and I don't know if I can. Anyway, so Hutto posted a challenge in our Discord. By the way, our Discord channel, our Discord server, the link to that is in the description below. So we've got a bunch of channels there. If you've got suggestions on guests, segment ideas, quiz themes, anything like that, come and join the Discord channel. Drop us a comment, say hi, and let us know. But he posted a challenge a few weeks back when the Mount Fuji climb was released. And so he was going to 3D print a 3D model. Now, if you don't know what they look like, they sort of look like this. And so he 3D prints the actual route layout. This is a New York route. I think this is Rising Empire or something like that. Now he's 3D printed one of both the Mount Fuji climb and the Ventop climb, along with the first person to do it, along with their time and their name. So he's done that. I think Alan Turnbull?
Alan Turnbull and
did it, was the first.
Peter Twigged, was it?
Yep. And so I think Alan was the first one to post that he'd done it. So Andrew, true to his word, has gone ahead and 3D printed that for him. And I really wanted to have a picture of it. I will have a picture of it next weekend. But that's being sent out to Alan. So congratulations, Alan, on doing that. What a fantastic achievement. I know I won't be doing that anytime soon. Rob, you got any plans to do Mount Fuji and Ventop back to back?
Neither ever. Let alone in the same session.
In the same session, yeah. It's a fair bit.
Never.
It's a fair bit.
Not gonna happen.
Yep. So that was that as well. So we're gonna do the quiz. Man, I had such a great quiz too. I had a really good quiz. It was going to be MyWhoosh versus Zwift. Five questions each. And I was really going to see how well each camp knew Zwift and MyWhoosh, their own platforms, and see who would come out on top. I've shelved that quiz for the moment until Matt can join us. But I do have another quiz that I'm going to bring up, and then we're going to get into it. So firstly, all right, where's my quiz thing? Oh, I hope it saved the changes, because I was madly madly having to.
I would definitely have lost if Matt. I couldn't have beaten Matt, could I? About my
well, it was 5 questions each, and to be fair, like I do in the past, Ginger's going to miss the quiz. You're cooking. Come on. Yeah, in the past, what I normally do is I give some clues to the different questions throughout our conversation with guests anyway. So now I really hope that I'm starting the right quiz here. I really can't be sure, actually. But there it is on the screen there. So for those that do want to jump in, the way to do that is to go to on your smart device or on a laptop or on a tablet or an iPad or something. Kev, Ryan's Bergen, I think, was 45. I don't know, when I say 45
pounds.
45 pounds. I was going to say 45 kilos was a lot. I didn't think it was that. So yeah, grab a device, go to www.kahoot.it and add that PIN number in that you can see on your screen there, or scan the QR code. You just need to enter a name that you identify as and a fun little picture. As we can see on the screen there, we've got a bunch of people already joining up. Now, the things to know about this quiz, for those that are first timers, Lance Armstrong. Oh, hi Lance, how are you? Is that
he's just picked that name to wind me up. Yeah. I bet that's MD VDP. The only I hate even more.
The thing to know about the quiz is that not only do you need to get the answer correct, and they're all either multiple choice, type your answer, or true or false, but you do need to be the fastest. So the faster you answer and get it correct, the more points you get. Okay. Oh, old Evo's back. Hey, mate. It's been a long while since you've been in. We've got there Simon, Jess, there's Jess.
Did he win last time?
Meme Lord. He's won once. MVDP's there. Rob Bane, I think last week. Rob, so we've got Rob.
Bob Bane keeps changing his avatar, so it's the same as mine even.
So Bob Bane, we've had, I think in one quiz we had a Bob Bane and not Rob Bane.
Oh man!
So
I'm claiming the win if any of those characters win.
So if any of them get up, that's your win.
Yeah, and you'll have to do the challenges.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I haven't even figured out a challenge for this week. I know. All right, so. Let's do this. All right, Rob, if you win, the choices are going to be either I've got to do a Z race, the park perimeter, I think it is, either on a hand cycle, or I've got to ride in a B grade. Or if one of our fans wins, you've got to do it in A grade, or you've got to do it in B grade, but on a hand cycle.
Do you know, I don't know about the hand cycle thing. There is like a bit of an etiquette about that, isn't there?
Okay,
Do you
yeah,
think?
fair enough. Yeah, good call, good call.
I don't
What do you
know.
think then? Buffalo? No, we've done the Buffalo bike, haven't we? Have we done the Buffalo bike? Or you did the Atomic Cruiser?
We didn't do Buffalo. We did Cruiser, but the Buffalo bike. I mean, it'll be possible. I think the wheels are the worst thing. I think if
Yeah.
you go on like the Malensteins or something like that, I think that'll be worse than the worst. Should we have Malenstein wheels? I know it doesn't sound bad, but it
Well,
really is worse than the bike.
I don't have those wheels.
Malenstein. Okay, your lightest, your best
Yeah, I
climbing
can do
wheels.
lights. Yeah, okay, cool. So you choose your own frame, but you got to choose the lightest wheel set.
Yeah, oh, we'll see if the audience come up with anything better.
Okay, well, Michael's suggesting out of the saddle. Yeah, mate, I don't know. That's a tough one. All right, let's crack into this. Everyone's waiting around and being very, very patient.
I vary by what?
What was that?
Someone's called themselves I vary by what. The reason I've been investigated is because I vary by what.
Yeah, look, I don't know about that. We can talk about that in a minute after this. Okay, let's get into it. All right. Oh, duplicate. I didn't change the name. Let's see if this is the right one though.
Oh, it'll be all right.
Okay, which of the following routes is not a part of the ZRL Summer Showdown series?
Pretty confident about this one.
Yes, that's it. I was panicking there for a second. I'm thinking, oh no, I've picked the wrong answer. But the Park Perimeter Reverse is this week's Z Racing Series Bag That Badge. So good call. There we go. Who got what? Oh, hello meme is shot to the front quickly. Zwift is sitting right behind though. Ben Brown, Simon Vita. Hey Vita, how you going, buddy? All right, next question. Let's get into it. Zwift announced a new Zwift club to test new features and event modes. What is this club called?
So it's actually going to be a club.
Yeah.
Set up as a Zwift club.
Yep.
Right.
Anyone? I've already joined it.
Oh. I don't want to be a member of any club which would have me.
Any club that you're a member of, is this not worth being a member of?
Exactly.
The thing with that though is like the only way you can interact on that club is through the app on your phone, and I think you got a limit of about 200 characters.
And you can't reply and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
and it's really limiting. So I don't know if they could probably do a better way, but it's a good start. All right, next question. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Ben Brown's moved up. Oh, Zwifty, you're not as fast, mate. You've missed out by 1 point.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. But that's okay. It's early days. Question number 3. True or false? Stage 4, the Z Racing Bag That Badge Racing Series is Park Perimeter Loop.
Whoops.
Did you choose the wrong one?
No, you just said it.
No, true or false?
Yeah, I know. But you just said that it is the next stage. Oh no, it's not. Oh no. It's reverse, isn't it? Oh,
It is.
man.
It's reverse.
Oh,
Did you mess that one up?
To you?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
And that's only after about 3 hours of sleep too.
Oh, Ben got it as well.
Ben's on
Oh,
fire.
no.
He's moving up. Hey,
Big
Ben.
trouble.
I don't know if you can chat as well. Have you won this yet? Yeah, it's the reverse.
he's beat up
Michael
the
Harron
top.
says, "Dole."
A lot, hasn't it?
All right. Oh, Eric's rage quitting already. AI, imagine what this route might look like based on its name. What is the name of this route? You know, you got to type your answer. I have included slight variants. Hey, Evil Steph.
Oh, I hope there's some harder ones that I've got a chance of
Of getting it back.
covering on. Yeah, you've got a double in there, I think.
No, I don't.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, sugar cookie. That was a pretty obvious one. And to be fair, I had to come up with these in like the last 30 minutes before the show started. So,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
who's on the scoreboard now? Oh, Simon
Oh,
has kicked up a gear.
Back on the board.
Yep.
Oh, Simon. Oh.
Come on, boys. You got to work together. Break away from Rob and snatch the win. All right, next question. Question number 5. Zwift's The Grade expansion includes the following route. Oh, he'll know. What is the distance of this route? Now, we had this on the screen before.
I took note.
You took note?
Yeah.
Did everyone else take notes? I hope everyone else is listening. What's the distance of this route? Ooh, I tricked a couple of people. I like that. I like when I do that. Yep.
Oh,
7.8
lots of people
kilometers.
took note. Wow.
Yeah, that's great. Lance is
Oh,
moving up.
Yeah, Simon. Very studious, Simon. He
Yeah.
would definitely get that.
I think he would have been studying well before the show started.
Yeah, and I mean, I can only be thankful that 2 of the 3 people in that who were ahead of me, I've recently helped win races, and I'm sure wouldn't want to beat me.
So you're looking for a bit of sympathy, are you?
Well, if it comes down to the firefight, and I'll let Ben beat me. That
Oh,
I'm always letting Ben beat me.
Let couldn't help. Really interchangeable. All right. Question number 6. AI imagine what this Zwift Yorkshire route would look like based on its name. What is this route called?
Oh no! I clicked too quick. Oh no!
Yep, Queen's Highway.
Oh, that's a
What did you choose?
I went Royal Pub Brew 8. I thought, oh, Royal, yeah. Oh, man, I forgot there's loads of them with royal names, isn't there? Oh, no. Come on, Simon. I'm all in for you now.
Yep.
You get to choose my
Dave B's there.
punishment.
Ben Brown
Come on,
still
Simon.
fighting.
Look at the lead he's got.
Yeah. It's solid, isn't it? 6 correct answers in a row.
He's not going to blow this. He's
Yeah.
not going to blow this.
I don't know. Question number 7. The FRR Charity Day event held last weekend aimed to have as many Zwifters ride which route over a 24-hour period? I'll give you a hint. The name is in the image. Yep. Couldn't get that one wrong. Ventop. They had a huge amount of riders on there. That was a bit of a speed question there, that one. Yeah, right. Simon's really solidifying his position there, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, if he gets this one, I think that's pretty much game over.
Yep. Next question. Question number 8. New Zwift routes names have been released as part of the Great Expansion. Which route below is not one of them?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow, people really do listen to you, don't they?
Oh, apparently. I mean, I don't know why. How are we going there? Oh, Simon is just kicking it.
Yeah, game over.
He's going to have to
Go
add
on.
another
Forget
page to
about
his CV with all his credentials.
Oh, let's see if I can beat Ben. Then that's a 1, 2, 3 for members of the Zwifty server. There you go.
Oh, okay.
But he's gonna have to. The wheels are gonna have to come off, I think.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. So, yeah, we're up to question number 9. Not including the lead-in, which one of these Zwift routes is the longest?
What?
This is kind of like a press and pray.
Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, I got it.
Yeah,
Wow, lots of people got it.
yeah.
How did so many people get that?
I
Bloody hard.
I try to find ones that are all around the same sort of distance-ish.
Yeah.
But, yeah, going coastal. Hey?
Wow,
This
I
is
just guessed.
going to be interesting. Oh, Ben's moved up. Look at that.
I even went down. I got it right and went down.
Yeah, these guys are fast. Man.
Simon can't be caught. This is just a victory lap for him, unless you've got a double.
He's just waving at the crowd now, is he?
Yeah. Well, it's 1,000 points maximum, isn't it? So
Yeah.
it can't be beat.
Next question. Question number 10. The first set of events in the Zwift Labs Club is called what? I had this on the screen. We actually said the name. Yeah, but I did trick a few people though. All right, yeah, mountain mullets. I do like hairy bear though. Maybe Zwift could have an event called hairy bear.
Yeah. You should be route namer.
Yep.
Chief route namer.
Director of Zwift names.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. In third, Dave B. Congratulations, Dave. Oh, where's my belated clap? I've got Ben Brown second, and of course, I think we all know who's going to be
but
first
of
there.
course.
Simon Jenkins.
I'm Jenkins. Simon Jenkins. Congratulations, Simon.
Yep, well done. So it is Simon's call then. We had a couple of options there in terms of challenges. What did we say they were? They were going to be, you got to do the Z race on a frame of your choosing, but with the lightest wheel set you've got in your garage. Or
I tell you what, if he wants to do the other one, the stand-in as well, or the A race, I don't mind.
well, let's pick one. Well, okay, we've got three. Simon, you choose. If you're there, if you can come back in. I'm sure he wants to do a bit of, on a mountain bike. Yeah.
Ooh.
On a mountain bike would be hard, wouldn't it? Or a gravel bike.
You can't bring this up when I've lost. You can't. Oh, actually, let's make it much harder. Now that I definitely won't be doing it.
Simon's
What's he going for?
what do you call it?
Race with the lightest wheel. So
Yeah. He's
they really are horrible. I remember Eric Lee did London Loop on his light wheel set because he thought, so that's the one where it's only like 3 kilometers out to the hill, and then you go up Box or Fox, I can't remember, and he just got completely dropped because the wheels are just so
too light.
bloody slow.
I did that in one race as well. I think it was something like that. I thought, well, there's a bit of a climb at the end, so I'll go with the lightest climbing setup I could. And it was just murder for like 3/4 of the race until the climbing started. And I'd been dropped, so there was no point after that. But it's quite difficult.
The wheels make a big difference.
Yep. So you're doing the park perimeter reverse on the frame of your choice.
It's the reverse, of course.
Not the loop, the reverse. On a frame of your choice, but with you got the Meilensteins, yeah?
I think, I believe so, yeah. I don't ever
and
use
if
them
not,
'cause I've got stupid climbing.
and if not, you can always get the is it CLX, the Alpinists? So they I think
I think I've got them as well, actually.
The lightest set, you can get. So
oh right, okay.
Oh, hang on. Did Simon just? Oh, Simon, I didn't see that, buddy.
What's that?
So Simon's saying you got to do an A race with the lightest wheel set.
What? Oh, come on, man. I'm going to have to... what? That wasn't one of the options.
No, it wasn't one of the options.
You wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, no. Well,
this isn't fair because you wouldn't have done it.
What do you want to do? You want to do the B grade race or A grade? Because we gave you options and I didn't see that, so I can't really change.
I mean, I will get dropped even in a B race on the lightest.
We'll do the B
set,
race.
So it won't be much fun, but
I'll
see how it goes. How about that?
Yeah, we'll do the B race.
See if I can get a win first.
Yeah. Okay, guys. As I mentioned, we hope that Matt Smithson is on a speedy road to recovery. We'll hope to get him on the show in the coming weeks once he's got some time for us. We were going to have Cadman from Cadman Cycling join us as well. Unfortunately, he's had a bit of a scheduling conflict as well. So he was going to join us next weekend.
I like it when it's just us anyway. It's lovely.
Well, next weekend we'll actually have more to talk about because we'll be going into the ZRL recons a bit more in more detail, and a few other things. So I'm sure. Yep. Thanks, Dave. As always, we'll have a great show and have a lot of fun. But let's wind it up. Rob, as always, again.
Feat, what we've done.
Yeah.
And you've been the mainstay of it all.
Sticking at it for over a year. Look, and to be fair,
Yeah.
I didn't think we'd get past 4 episodes, really.
No.
So it's great. It's been awesome, mate, and I really appreciate your effort and your support and your encouragement and all the recons you've done and your knowledge. So old Evo, thank you, mate. Really appreciate that. Vincent, Dave as well.
Thanks for all the audience. If no one had listened, we wouldn't have bothered, would we?
No, we would have given up. And I think the first few shows we did
all
live,
the interaction.
there was about 3 people that joined us, and I think they did it accidentally.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's been awesome. It's been really good. So we really appreciate it, and we'll hopefully crack on with another 50 episodes.
And we'll see you in the drops.
Yep, stay in the drops, and we'll see you next week.